derma world, guess what? It's Art of Skin's open house. It's the virtual summer skin rescue of 2021. Obviously, we're still in masks, we're still in COVID, so we're doing things virtually with you all, but we wanted to take a little time. We're going to spend about 30 minutes going over some of the specials and the technology. If you haven't been introduced to Summer Skin Rescue before, this is the 10th year we're doing it, which is unbelievable. But it's really our open house and our thank you to patients. So we're doing the best savings of the year on not only filler packages, but a lot of our technology. So everything from helping zhuzh the skin to getting our bodies sort of in shape. So right now, you may be hearing a little bit something going on. We have our beautiful Margaret actually treating her upper arms with Sculpt Neo, which is one of our newest devices. You'll see it here, and I'm going to get some info from Ricky in a second. But Sculpt Neo combines two different technologies. It combines HIFEM, which is high intensity focused electromagnetic energy, with radio frequency, and it simultaneously delivers both. So it treats both the muscle compartment, building muscle, and actually increasing the number of muscle cells that we have, but it also reduces the fat. So this is great. We use it in large muscle groups for areas like the abdomen to give core strength, but also reduce some of the fat, debulking some of the fat to help with the tushy, to keep it a little more lifted and help build some of the gluteus muscle. But we now have great smaller applicators that we can treat smaller areas, such as the triceps and the biceps. So Ricky, tell us a little bit about what's going on and how therapy goes and frequency and that.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Dr. Palm said, it's really nice that we have these smaller applicators. That's what most recently we were super excited about. So now we can treat the biceps and the triceps, and actually we use those for the inner thighs as well, so we can treat the inner thighs too. So kind of the most common areas, like you said, is the abdomen, the buttock, but now we can treat inner and outer thighs, and actually posterior and anterior thighs as well. So it's so nice to have this option to like have all these areas, because like I said, not only are you getting the HIFEM technology, which is contracting your muscles, you're using that radio frequency to break down the fatty cells. So I mean, that combo therapy is almost too good to be true.
And in the clinical studies, when Sculpt Neo came out, in the abdominal area, so 4 treatments reduce the fat thickness. This is by imaging studies, so looking at patients with a very uniform and non-biased way of looking at things. Reduced fatness by 30%, increased our muscle thickness by 25%, and in women, if you want to do like a non-surgical option to help a little bit with like mommy makeover, it helps with something called diastasis recti, so it brings those edges of the rectus abdominis muscles a little bit closer together. Margaret's doing this.
She's getting a workout.
She's like the super duper workout.
This workout.
Tell us what it feels like, Margaret.
I mean, it's just contracting.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you can see it. We get to see her brand new manicure, which is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. She's got Art of Skin and D colors. She's got the French manicure and very on topic and
So
contemporary
pretty.
to today's fashion trend. She's got the gold tip.
Exactly. She's representing.
So just so you guys know, for Summer Skin Rescue, we're not only offering packages of Sculpt Neo, and you're getting a treatment for free, I believe, right?
Yeah, buy a package of 4, get the
Get
5th
one free,
so
you
it's a
get
great
your
deal.
good maintenance free. And then we have good old classic Sculpt, which is used just for muscle toning. We know you actually do get a little bit of fat reduction, but not as powerful as with the Sculpt Neo. And this is, with the majority of the time we use this on the buttock and the abdomen, and especially people that just want that classic treatment, don't need a lot of fat reduction.
Need a little core strength.
Yeah, and same dealio with this. If you're buying the package, you get a complimentary treatment for free. And then we are giving away some raffle packages. So if you guys, we're going to post this Instagram live on our account, Dr. Melanie Palm, at the end of this. This is one of the raffle packages. I believe we have 5 of them. Elastin package is amazing. The products are based off of trihex peptide technology. So it's been shown in as little as 2 weeks to build collagen, build elastin, and we often use Body Transform almost always along with these technologies, because that's been shown to actually enhance some of the fat removal
And help tighten the skin a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it helps the skin
definitely.
texture a little bit. We love their eye cream. We love their tinted sunscreen.
We love all their products.
All their products are really
Go
great.
Austin.
Very well tolerated. And I think a small protein that has a big effect on the skin. So we're going to leave in Sculpt Neo room. We're gonna let
Get her workout
Margaret
in.
continue to do her bicep workout, and we're gonna move to room number 2. And this is April DiMaggio. She's our PA that has, gosh, almost 15 years of experience now in aesthetics, and she is our Ultherapy guru. So if you haven't heard what Ultherapy is, it's micro-focused ultrasound, and we use it as a way of visualization in real time to tailor treatments to go after areas of laxity. And April is a rock star at this. I mean, I remember when the trainer came, they were like, we have nothing to train you on. You're actually doing tips beyond sort of what we usually train on. So I love that she really individualizes treatment. I think that's really truly harnessing the power of Ultherapy. We do some truly different things here to make patients really comfortable during treatment. And April wanted to show you a little bit about the technology. She'll give you some background, and we're going to demonstrate on Monica just some mild treatment, obviously not going through the whole treatment today.
Yeah, so when you come in, we, like Dr. Palm said, are going to make you feel really comfortable with some topical numbing, and then I'm going to inject just some little numbing dots superficially so you feel really comfortable. And then we apply, well, first I map out the treatment areas, and with this technology, we're able to lift. So it's considered kind of the gold standard for tightening and lifting. We can get down to that muscle layer, which other laser devices aren't able to do. So we can do the cheek area here and kind of lift this up, and that can help define the jawline. We can do underneath here the submentum or under the chin area, and that can help with some of that little bit of turkey necking we can get on. We get going. And then we can also do the neck, as well as we can smooth out some of the chest lines, and then just give a little bit of a brow lift. And I'm also doing some little lip flip too, for people that want to just get a little bit of a flip, but maybe are not interested in filler yet in that area. That's an option. So after I've mapped everything out, I'll just apply some gel to the area. And then we have varying levels of depth that we can get to. First, the interest is to get down to the muscle to lift, and we're all different. That's how I individualize or tailor the treatment for each patient. And then I apply the transducer, and I'm just going to have you turn just a little bit to the side, Monica. And then I can take a look at the ultrasound and see right where that tissue is laying. So at this certain depth, I can first treat her muscle, and then I'll go in and I'll go back on every treatment area, and I will treat her dermis just to build some collagen and just enhance that tightening effect. How's that feel, Monica?
Just a little warm.
Not bad?
Not bad.
You know, and Ultherapy is FDA approved for 12 months, but if you look at some of the published dermatology literature, what you'll find is most of us think it lasts somewhere around 18 months, sometimes as long as 24. I think what is nice about this is it's a one-time only treatment. It's not a series of treatments, and its effects are gradual, so it takes about 3 to 6 months to really see the peak effect of things.
Right.
But I think this is a great option for patients that notice their brow is starting to droop a little bit. They're starting to notice some speed bumps along their jawline. They're starting to notice some neck changes that they're not appreciating. You know, this isn't a substitute for surgery, so it's not a facelift, it's not a neck lift, and we're very appropriate in sort of talking to patients about that. But I think this is an amazing sort of building block in what we consider more comprehensive sort of skin therapy. You know, we never want to overfill faces. We want to provide structure with things like injectable fillers, but skin tightening the envelope. This is the only non-surgical FDA cleared way of skin lifting that is approved with this direct visualization, and that's really how we tailor treatments, and I think how we get really nice results that patients appreciate and are very loyal to the procedure afterwards. Right. You know, the company that owns Ultherapy, MERS, they also have other sort of branches of things that we use in aesthetics. So one of the other raffles that we have is the Neocutis line. So Neocutis is based off of growth factor technology. So it was originally developed for burn injury scars, early scars. I use it a lot when people have things like sunburns, abrasions, you know, have some sort of sunburn at home. But it is amazing, and particularly for, I think, more sensitive skin types, if people want to combine something else with the retinoid to use at night. I really like these growth factors. They're eye cream. is fabulous and tends to win a lot of Best Beauty Awards, and they just came out with the Firm technology, so has peptides with the growth factor to really enhance some of the rejuvenation around the eyelid area. So this is chock full. With this you get the Lumiere Riche, Firm Riche, which is their eye cream. You get the Bio Serum, which has twice the amount of the growth factor compared to the standard bio cream, and then Journée, which is a wonderful sunscreen that's got the growth factor technology in it too. And then I'd be remiss about talking about neck rejuvenation and jawline rejuvenation without talking about these two products. And this is one of our specials. So one of our specials we're offering during Summer Skin Rescue is if you buy 2 Radius, which is a calcium-based filler, you get a Belotero for free. And Radius, well, where do we use it? Well, we tend to use it in areas that we're wanting to either mimic bone loss, so a lot of times in jaw lines or in cheeks, we use it on the face. But I use it a lot blended down with a little bit of local anesthetic in the neck, and it actually acts as a collagen stimulator. So it has kind of this dual effect of giving a little bit of volume support if we're doing it more concentrated, or if we're blending it down, I can use it as almost like a layer of icing of cake under the surface of the skin to build up what's called the extracellular matrix again. So building dermal collagen, and we also know building elastin fibers, which is really hard to do. So I love it for neck rejuvenation. We sometimes use it on the body, but it's been a really sort of popular place. Belotero is a very, very fine hyaluronic acid product. So it's not used for like lifting and structure, but it's used for getting fine lines around the mouth. I use it for the fine lines in the neck area, and we sometimes use it for applications around the eye area. So this is a great deal if you're looking for something to kind of combo with Ultherapy for overall rejuvenation of the neck, or you've used it in the past for something like jawline rejuvenation, and it's FDA approved for hand rejuvenation, where we usually use 1 syringe and then I see you back, or April sees you back in a month and we do a second one. So just to know kind of some of the other products that we pair oftentimes with the skin tightening technology. Well, I'm going to let you guys do your thing. We're going to go next door. Now you've kind of seen Ultherapy. We've talked about a couple of the raffle prizes, and then one of the packages that we use injectable wise. And then we want to show you some peels. So we're going to move back to our lovely Ricky, who was helping us out with Sculpt Neo. She's our body contouring expert.
Hello, Jen.
But she's also an amazing esthetician. So we are going to demonstrate with Leslie a new, a peel that is like a gold standard, and one that she does a ton of, called the VI peel. And are you doing Precision Plus or the standard with
Today
Leslie?
we're going to do the advanced on Leslie, which is basically the synergistic blend of ingredients, but it's about 10% stronger. The Precision Plus has hydroquinone and kojic. We're not doing that on Leslie today. Leslie's concern is more like acne and kind of anti-aging overall, so it's not necessarily pigment. So today we're just going to do the advanced on Leslie.
So this peel is really unique in that it's got some ingredients that are typically like mid-depth to even deep peeling agents. It's got phenol in it. It has TCA in it, but surprisingly, it's very comfortable. So I can remember when I was in residency, we did peels on one another, and I had a TCA peel, and it felt like running around on fire in a room for about 10 minutes. What is really cool about this, in about a month and a half ago, Ricky, we actually did one on an Instagram Live on my face. I was really pleasantly surprised. It is like a 0 to a 1 out of 10 discomfort-wise. I'd say the most uncomfortable part of it is just there's a funny smell that phenol has. There's sort of a sweet smell that it has that you'll smell a little bit. But with the exception of that, really comfortable. And what we're looking for is a light frost with this. So you'll see the skin
As you can
gets
see,
red.
she already has a little bit right there.
And you'll see a little bit of that white, and that's sort of what we call keratinocytes, some of the skin cells undergoing protein coagulation, and that's the effect that we're hoping to see. What's cool about this peel as well is it comes with an app that tells you exactly what to do every day, so I think that takes some of the guesswork out of it. And really day 2 through 5 is when you're peeling the most. So I did one, I was still at work all week. I don't recommend that for professionals that are having to be, front facing. But
aren't in the aesthetic industry, right?
You probably would get some questions, but it doesn't have some of the downtime of really deep peels. This is more on the sort of latitude of maybe a week where you're really peely. Would you say that too, Ricky?
Yeah.
Before you can wear, good old makeup again.
Right. You actually, Obviously, I would not suggest to wear makeup when you're peeling, but you can if you like, as long as it's,
Maybe
you know, good makeup.
Sunscreen.
Yeah, tinted sunscreen. So it's just kind of probably the first 3 to 4 days when you start peeling are the most intense, because it starts around the mouth, as you probably remember, and expands throughout the face. Usually day 4 or 5, it's kind of on that outer layer and it's just more flaking. So some people coordinate it so they can do it like where their main days of peeling are over the weekend. So I'm not going to say by Monday you're going to be done peeling. I'm not going to make that promise, but it may not be as intense that day. And a lot of people still wear masks at their work, so sometimes that helps too. Yeah. You know. And as you can see, Leslie here is a little pink, completely normal, even a little bit of frosting in a few little spots. You're a Retin-A user, right? Yeah, so she uses that. So, you know, it's very normal to see the frosting. We saw it on your skin as well. So that means she's going to get a really good peel. And yeah, I mean, you mentioned obviously the TCA, the phenol. I like to mention there's vitamin C in it, salicylic, and retinoic acid. So that blend is just fabulous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a good combo of a lot of the things that help rejuvenate the skin, build collagen, help with fine lines, and also help with some of the sun damage, so things like sunspots. It's safe on every single skin type, so we can use this in the richest skin tones. We can use it on the palest skin tones, like Ricky and myself. Safely, which is, you know, not always an option with some of the lasers. So, you know, good thing to know about. And then I think the other thing that's really nice to know with Ricky is that she often does this if people are here for body contouring events. This is something while you're hanging back and watching Netflix, she's definitely been able to do a peel. You know, we're in a room that we have the 2 cool sculpting devices. So that's the freezing of the fat, or cryolipolysis. That's also part of our package. So if you're interested in areas of stubborn fat, cool sculpting is used with different applicators almost everywhere on the body. We can use it from neck down to, you know, the hip and thigh area.
Anywhere there's a, you know, basically a pocket
pinchable fat.
Pinchable, Yep.
And then also in this room, we wanted to show you guys one of the boxes. So this is one of the third raffle bag, and this has got Elta MD products. Elta MD is, I would say, a pretty consistent cult favorite amongst dermatologists as far as a really great zinc-based sunscreen line. Many of their tinted sunscreens are really popular with our female patients and some of our male patients too. It contains iron oxide, so it helps against some of the blue light exposure that we get during day-to-day exposure on our TVs, on our laptops, and our smart devices. It guards against some of the photo damage that happens with that. So this is a wonderful raffle prize. Again, if you're interested in entering for the raffle, all you need to do after we put this Instagram live up on our grid on Dr. Melanie Palm, just comment, see if you have a question, if you liked things. We want to hear back from you. And then one of our other filler packages, or 2 of them, I wanted to explain is our Juvederm package. So there are a few of the products that we have here. There's Velour and Voluma. There's another one called Vobella that's over here. And then Juvederm Ultra and Ultra Plus fall under this as well. And you can kind of mix and match with what I recommend. You get 4 of them with a nice little discount. And then finally, we have Kybella. And Kybella is deoxycholic acid. It is basically a bile acid, so something produced from our gallbladder. This is synthetically derived. And its job is to break down in our body dietary fats in our gut. So somebody had the amazing idea of, hey, let's exploit this in areas that we have unwanted facial fat. So with a huge study, over 1,000 patients and many years of study, it was FDA approved, and it's approved for the submentum, but some of the more common areas we treat are areas like the jowls. So if you just have a little bit of a jowl, I think this is really beautiful for that application. So we have a special on that. So give the girls a call. It's 858-792-7546. We open up again at 1 if you have questions about that. And then we also have specials on cool sculpting. And the nice thing about us is we have 2 devices, so we can treat both sides of the body simultaneously and save you some time. It's a very comfortable treatment. I've had cool sculpting on my lower abdomen and my inner thighs. and on the little love handle sort of area, and really comfortable thing. I've watched Netflix. It feels like an ice cube and then kind of goes numb. So really nice way non-surgically to treat small areas of unwanted fat.
We did have the question, what's the difference between Kybella and cool sculpting? Just very
So
good.
that's a great question. Kybella is an injectable. It causes a little bit of swelling. You can get some numbness in the area, a little bit of bruising, and it requires a series of treatments. We usually see about every 6 to 8 weeks. And it's really better for small areas of unwanted fat. Again, FDA approved for the double chin. I treat it in the jowl area. I very rarely use it for body application. Cool sculpting, I would say most of the time we're using body applications.
Yeah.
Larger areas of fat that we're wanting to debulk over time, and it's freezing the fat rather than causing the fat to kind of explode and disintegrate,
Right.
which is how the deoxycholic acid works.
Right.
So great question. So I think we're going to leave you guys.
All right.
We're going to let Leslie finish her
Yes, she's all
VIPO. This is called a VIPO. I think a couple people were asking.
Okay, and as you can see, she's the fan's on low, so it's very tolerable. You know, like you said.
And we often treat face and neck together. Did you end up going a little bit?
I did,
through
as
her
you
neck?
can see, her neck's a little red there, so we did her neck as well. I had a little bit of the solution, so I was able to do that, and she is going to get a fabulous
Good.
view.
And chest is great too. So I think
chest
variety of skin types. We don't have to be so careful, with the lasers about sort of the skin type we're using and the laser wavelength. So that's the really nice thing about using this as kind of maintenance therapy. If you've had laser resurfacing, if you've had a series of IPLs, but it's summertime and you want to do something else, this is something that we kind of intermix in. So lastly, we're going to go over a couple more of the specials and the technologies that we have. So the last of the filler specials that we have are two different things. Sculptra, which is really a mainstay. This is a collagen stimulating product. It's polylactic acid. It's made from non-GMO corn and beets in Europe. It's manufactured in Italy. Comes to us as a powder. We mix it with sterile water, and it's used primarily on its FDA indication in the face, but we also use it a lot for chest rejuvenation when people have vertical lines and we're wanting to build up the collagen matrix. We use it for crepiness in the skin. I use it for gluteal augmentation, also for small defects if we're wanting to smooth out some things in the thigh or the knee area if you're getting some of those lines. I think it's really beautiful for those applications. It works with your body's own reparative system. So this gets broken down eventually into just carbon dioxide and water, but in its place, your body starts to build collagen. So I like it because it's kind of you being the filler. And our special is if you buy 3, you get 1 free, and this is a really popular one with many of our patients. The other filler special that we have going on is the Restylane Enhanced package. And this is, you buy 4 of them together and get a nice discount. So we can kind of mix and match. The newest on the menu is something called Restylane Contour, which is really beautiful in the cheeks. It gives a soft and very natural feel that integrates into your tissues, so it looks beautiful when we're smiling and when we're eating. We were actually part of the FDA trial. I was one of the injecting principal investigators. We have good old standard lift, which is great when people are missing a little bit of bony platform. I'll often use those 2 products together. We have Kiss, which we were also a part of the FDA trial to get this approved. It's the newest product that's FDA approved in the lips. And we have standard old Restylane soap. We can kind of mix and match those 4. So I think that's a really nice package to know about. The final injectable that we'll talk about is something called Quo. And we were fortunate enough to be a part of the FDA 3B trial where we use this in the buttock region. It's the first FDA approved injectable approved for moderate to severe cellulite in the buttock of women. And you can see a before and after from the trial. Actually here we have before and afters that we put on Instagram, and you can see great information on our website as well. It's a series of 3 treatments. We do it once every 3 weeks, and there's some important things to know about it. So how does it work? It actually works by something called enzymatic subcision and release. And so this is that process here. So when we inject it, there's something called fibrous septae that actually pull down the surface of the skin. It's within the fat and causes these tethers that result in dimples on the skin surface. Well, Quo is collagenase. It's an enzyme that breaks down type 1 and type 3 collagen, which is what primarily composes these fibrous septae. And so over time, it remodels these into a much finer network, and that releases the dimples and smooths the skin. It's done as just an in-office procedure. It's a pretty short procedure and fairly straightforward. The most significant thing to know about is that 84% of patients in the study got bruising. And it was quite significant. It's worse the first time and it gets better with subsequent treatments. But we're offering a special on a series of treatments. So if you have questions about that and you have just distinct dimples in the buttock region, and sometimes we treat a little bit of the thigh too, since we were part of that FDA trial, this might be a good treatment option with you. We often combine it with things like M-tone, which is a procedure that Ricky does. And sometimes they even combine it with things like radius and sculptor to help smooth the area of the buttock and the thigh as well. Finally, we wanted to go over another couple of final things. So one of our fourth, I believe, raffle prizes is a really nice sort of a compilation from here, yes, from Revision. And so we've got something called Revox, which has several neuropeptides, and this is an excellent complement to things like Botox, Xeomin, and Dysport. It actually softens some of the muscular movement by adapting well with the skin and relaxing some of and mimicking some of what Botox does. So if you're not ready for Botox and Dysport, this is something you can use topically to help with things like crow's feet. And if you are using it, it may enhance results at home. So we're giving that away in the free. You get this beautiful bag and a couple other products. If you're doing M-tone, which I mentioned, which is a treatment for cellulite, we're actually giving you free a Revision product called Body Firm. And this has been shown, you can use it certainly standalone to help with collagen synthesis and helps with crepey skin. So this is a great full body cream as well. And then finally, wanted to talk about a last raffle and a giveaway prize. So this is our Art of Skin products. It's the very best of some of my favorite things. You get the Rejuvenating Body Butter, which is a glycolic cream and really smooths the skin. You get a Brightening Serum, which is one of my favorite C serums. It doesn't smell like something unpleasant. It smells citrusy. You get our neck cream and our lovely eye cream along with this. And again, how do you get entered into the raffle? Well, give us a comment after we post this, after our Instagram Live has concluded. And then finally, for the top 10 patients that are selecting to purchase this year for Summer Skin Rescue 2021, we're giving away some fabulous VIP bags. So you get this wonderful bag, and it's got over $500 of goodies. There is an amazing cup. Who doesn't want one of those, guys? We've got tons of products and a little makeup bag here. We've got, trying to be green, some seed packs, some other products from New Beauty, which is really amazing, and tons of goodies. There's 10 of them, so the top 10 will be able to indulge in a little bit more skincare and some fun things to do at home and have some cute bags to go with them. So if you guys have any questions, our phone lines will be open again right about now, I think in about 15 minutes. Our phone number is 858-792-7546. If you want to know the pricing schedule for Summer Skin Rescue 2021, you can look at our website. It's artofskinmd.com, and you can either look at our most recent blog entry, so click on blog, or you can look at our specials, and that'll give you a special page that goes over that. Please give us a ring if you have any questions. We can kind of talk you through some of these different packages. This is the next to last day, so it ends tomorrow. We miss seeing you guys in person, but just wanted to give you a preview of some of the technologies we're featuring with Summer Skin Rescue. Go over some of these amazing raffle prizes, so when we're done, and we should post this in the next 15 minutes or so, feel free to comment on there if you've got any questions. Happy to answer that. And then if you'd like to purchase, you can do that by giving us a call at 858-792-7546. We're open from about 8:15 to noon, and then from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu in my mask, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much.